Today we're here to revisit issues related to the management of the Chemical Safety Board. This organization has suffered from a checkered history with regard to leadership, much has been documented by this committee. In June of 2014, this committee held a hearing about whistleblower reprisals and mismanagement at the Chemical Safety Board. And now, just 9 months later, we find ourselves here again as things have not improved at all. In fact, in many cases, they have actually gotten worse as more information has come to light. The EPA Inspector General found violations of the Federal Records Act by senior Chemical Safety Board's officials, and we will be discussing this today. In January, the EPA Inspector General reported that Chairman Morey Araiso, General Counsel Richard Loeb, and Managing Director Daniel Horowitz knowingly violated the Federal Records Act by using private emails to conduct official Chemical Safety Board business, despite previous testimony and assurances to this committee that they would not and had not been doing that for some time. The Inspector General's findings are in direct contention with testimony that we heard by the Chairman of the Chemical Safety Board before this committee. The Chairman testified before this committee on June 19, 2014, that the use of private emails had ceased in early 2013. The Inspector General found, however, that the use of private emails continued through 2013 and even into 2014. Despite objection by some board members, on January 28, 2015, the board suddenly and without warning passed a sweeping 22-page order. That order reversed many long-standing orders that operated as a check to the power of the chairman and to assure the proper functioning of the board. This action was widely criticized by past and current board members, industry, labor unions, all of which worry about the state of the Chemical Safety Board. The action was also timed to prevent input by a new Senate-confirmed member of the board. One of the other things that's deeply concerning to the committee is that the Chemical Safety Board employee satisfaction is at an all-time low. Only 26% of the CSB employees recently rated their senior leadership as satisfactory, and overall satisfaction was dead last in 2014, the ranking of federal agencies. All of federal government, the Chemical Safety Board is dead last in terms of morale. These problems were confirmed by an outside firm retained to review the Chemical Safety Board management. That firm found, quote, "The agency still suffers from a lack of trust in senior leadership, poor communication, ineffective goal setting, a lack of standard procedures, lack of trust, and a lack of follow-up by senior leadership, which contributes to a lack of accountability," end quote. Instead of acknowledging the issues raised by the outside firm's report, Chemical Safety Board management appears to punish dissenters and discourage employees from bringing their concerns to Congress. In fact, an employee was removed from his position within minutes after overseeing an outside firm because the senior leadership was unhappy that the report showed that there were core problems at the agency. This same employee was then summarily demoted the day after speaking with committee staff about his concern. I'm here to tell you, we put up with a lot of things. We are not putting up with employee retaliation. Members of the Chemical Safety Board and throughout federal government have the ability, the opportunity to speak to members of Congress and their staff. And when they do, there is to be no reprisal. For them to simply try to demote this person, change their title, take away responsibilities because they talk to Congress, we are not putting up with that sort of retaliation. It's a very serious issue, and I know on both sides of the aisle, we do not take this lightly. The employees of the Chemical Safety Board work hard and devoted to the agency's goals have been beaten down and demoralized. Nearly 50% of the employees have left since 2011. Moreover, the Chemical Safety Board is under its current leadership cannot effectively carry out its important mission. That's just not me as the chairman saying this. You get outside groups coming in who paid a lot of money to come in and analyze the group, and we're going to read through some of their conclusions. It's not a pretty picture. We must ensure that the Chemical Safety Board returns to its core mandate and away from leadership that fails to lead and stifles employees' actions. The safety of hardworking Americans is important to this committee and will continue to do whatever it is that we need to do in order to fix the Chemical Safety Board. We should not have to have this agency come before this committee again, but the problems are getting worse, not better. We feel that we have been misled and that the employees have been the suffering consequences of the management of this organization.